What is going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new video. Welcome back to the channel. It's Dev. We're here. True Detective Season 1, Episode 7. We have, two more episodes left. This one and one more. Not ready. Not ready. It's been great. It's been great. Matthew McConaughey's been great. Woody Harrelson, great actors. Two of my favorites, honestly, in the game. Yeah, man. I'm excited. Where does the conspiracy go? Where do they find the truth? I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see what the fuck happens. Um, you know, we're kind of caught up to a certain extent, I feel like. You know, they're about to have a drink for the first time in however long, 12 years, 20, a long time. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, there was a lot of crazy things that happened last episode, but let's get into Season 1, Episode 7. In 3, 2, 1.
The fuck on. I don't know the sprawl of this thing. Aren't the people I'm after? They're all fucking over. They're in a lot of different things. Pieces. Family trees. The only way for you to understand.
It goes deep.
2 years for me to show you. You gotta come see what I got.
No, you know what? I don't think I've been very clear with you, Russ. If you were drowning, I'd throw you a fucking barbell. Why would I ever help you?
Because you have a debt.
You got some fucking sack. What's that mean? I have a debt, huh?
This is the way shit went down in 95. This is on you too, buddy.
Remember, there was no physical evidence connecting Dora Lang to LeDoux's place out in the woods.
Meaning it probably didn't happen out there. No one he was in a hurry to bring that up. Two. Women and children going missing. All taken from areas within a 10-mile radius of schools that were funded by Tettle's Wellspring Initiative.
Well, establish a connection. Who's in, who's out, you know? I mean, do people disappear in equal numbers in other parts of the state? How many schools were there?
14. Now, I've covered a surface area. All right, pulled runaways in state and missing persons, and if you notice.
I'm looking around here, and I don't see or hear anything that doesn't make this all conjectural.
1988. Accusations of child molestation at a preschool funded by Tuttle. The name of that school was Shepherd's Flock. It shuts down, reopens 2 years later on Pelican Island under the name Light of the Way Academy, where Rianne Olivier went. And I got an enrollment list, 16 kids in the class. One of them turned out to be a young man who just showed up for solicitation in New Orleans. Now, this is 2010. His name is Toby Boulaire. Goes by the name of Johnny Joni.
Shepherd's Flock. Why are you asking me about that place?
After that place shut down, there's a lot of talk going around. You ever see that Reverend Billy Lee Tuttle around?
You know, I think so. But who can remember way back? That's how it all started. Memory be fucked. I decided it all had to be a dream anyways. And I don't remember if it... We'd go to sleep. Only sometimes I didn't feel like I was asleep. I felt like I was still awake, but I must have been asleep because I couldn't move.
Just sort of see under my eyelids. And what?
I don't know. Cameraman. Taking pictures. Sometimes other things.
Who were they?
I don't know. They had animal faces. That's why I decided it had to be a dream. They had animal faces, well, it had to be a dream.
Any other kids see this?
One girl. I don't remember her name. She first started talking about it. She's seen it too, the faces. I do not remember her name.
Marie Fun, no.
Maybe. 3 younger men. I don't remember them. Just one. He had bad scars all around his mouth, like the bottom half got all burned up.
That's why it says scars up on his, in his...
You know what? I had my time where I wondered if this was all in my head. That time passed.
Really? What happened to Billy Lee Tuttle?
It's something you're gonna have to look at. No other way around it.
They just wanted to know about you and Rust. Mostly Rust. They wanted to know about the fight in '02.
You tell him?
No. All this time, you too, and just like that.
I took some convincing.
Paper stock's over 15 years old.
God damn it.
These, they aren't even bad if you don't know what you're looking at.
Fuck.
There's a videotape.
Oh my god.
No! God! Jesus! Ah. Fuck! Fuck! You watch all that?
Yeah. I had to see if any of the men took off the mask. And I did.
Oh, fuck.
I won't avert my eyes. Not again.
What can I do to help?
We start by pulling everything there is on Door Lane. I got names, family members, Tuttle connections, any information that we can get on Reggie or Duval Ledoux. I would coordinate out of your offices.
Thank you, Maggie. I mean that.
He could barely look her in the eye.
How you been? You know, besides work. What do you do?
Oh, sorry, I don't ever remember you asking me a personal question before. You know, I just stay busy. Fish, girlfriends.
You seen anybody?
Not really. Some dates. You know, it's all pretty casual. I did have something going for a while, this Filipino girl, but that didn't pan out. Quiet life. I don't stay out late. I go home.
A true man's life.
You?
Yeah, I'm about the same. No girlfriend. Just go to work and go home.
My parents smoked those same exact Camel cigarettes. That's hilarious. good shot right here. I love that.
But that girl you were seeing.
Ever see him again? Guy with the scars?
Never again. I'd remember.
Oh, this is fucking tense. I love it.
You know Kakotha.
What is it?
Him each time. Him rose. It's a wind of invisible voices.
Mineral rights, my ass. What y'all doing?
Kakotha.
Oh my god.
You talked to the family directly back then?
No. Ted Childers. Sheriff. He knew him.
Childers. Hey. Better get those jumper cables ready.
Yeah.
Why'd you quit?
Well, I saw something. Baby. Tweaker. Tried to dry the kid in a microwave.
Oh my god.
Saw that, what he done. I thought.
I said all I remember about the girl. Let's just have a good time. And don't ask again.
I'm with you 150% on that. Thing is, Steve, I ain't gonna ask you. He is. No, I wouldn't if I was you, Steve.
You're out of your jurisdiction, Sheriff.
You realize who I am now, you assholes?
Yeah, I wouldn't be if I didn't.
Know your way around, huh? Oh, yeah, boss. I know the whole coast. My family. Thanks.
My family. Oh no.
My family's been here a long, long time.
Yep, there it is.
It's only moonlight, and if you stop to take it home, your hands will turn to butter. Better leave this dream alone.
That was a great episode. The chemistry between Rust and Marty is great. And Woody and McConaughey, but what an episode. I just love how deep it goes. Because it's almost like a true crime kind of thing. True detective. But like, I feel like there's hints of truth in real life scenarios to all this, because to a certain extent, when it comes to family lines and family trees, there's family lines that run deep within the government or big corporations that control a lot of things, and they also do a lot of weird shit like the Bohemian Grove, the whole Moloch thing. You know, some of it's true, some of it's not. My personal belief is they just go there and have butt sex and just fuck each other, because they're all in the closet, but they can't do any of that publicly, so they're just gonna go to their secret spot. You know what I mean? But it's very interesting. And what's funny is I have never seen any, like, because a lot of conspiracy theorists and a lot of far-right conspiracy theorists they look at shows and movies and they think it's, like, true, like predictive programming, which there's propaganda for sure, but not all movies and shows are connected like that when it comes to, like, the people making them. Like, sure, studio execs maybe are like, hey, sprinkle that in maybe or whatever, but most of the time it's just writers writing shit that's one captivating and one really good. Not a lot anymore nowadays. A lot of shit's really bad, but I haven't seen conspiracy theorists like take this show and things in this, especially like the spiral thing, because that is a thing that the far right uses in terms of the whole Pizzagate thing, because that whole scandal. I see a lot of similarities between that and this. Obviously the trafficking ring and all that. But you have like the blue spiral thing, and that it's all connected between like this big family and a lot of people within prominent positions, like the governor and even the sheriff, probably the Childress family line, the Ledoux, like all of this shit, and the Billy Lee Tuttle, all the Tuttle family, and it runs through probably this whole area, and they do a lot of bad shit, and you could probably say that happens in real life as well. Either family lines or just these prominent elite people who have a lot of power do a lot of bad shit. You know what I mean? It's very exciting to see it in this show. Like, because there's shows that touch on the shows and movies that touch on this kind of subject with trafficking and these big detective crime, like this shit, occult symbolism and all that. Like, this is like the right way to do it. It's done in a very good way, good storytelling, good characters. And then you have, I haven't seen it yet, but what's it called? Mel Gibson's new movie that I think he's not directing, but he has something to do with it. Is it like Sons of Freedom or whatever? And that touches on trafficking, and he's one of them, but a lot of people are like, this is the truth. This is what's happening in real life. Which, yes, there's definitely trafficking happening in real life. Is it by the elite Democrats? I don't know. I just know when it comes to the things they talk about, especially Pizzagate, it's all bullshit. But there is a lot of truth to the trafficking. There was a lot of really good badass moments, especially with the jumper cable scene. He's like, this motherfucker's lying. Grab the jumper cables. I loved it. That was great. But it was very like dark, especially when he was showing him the tapes, the pictures, and all that. Like, that was like, fuck. I'm glad we didn't see anything too crazy. Like, we kind of started we saw the start of it, and then all we needed to see was Hart's face. Ugh, uncomfortable. Horrible. And you knew right then and there after he freaked out, he was like, yeah, we gotta take these motherfuckers down. And they'll probably die. I don't think, because there's literally an episode left, 1 hour left. And I don't think it's going to end well. I don't think it's going to be a good ending in terms of the good guys winning. Because one thing we've seen a lot of, and they've talked about a lot of, is time being a flat circle, the spirals and all that. Like, I think it's going to be to a point where, oh my god, they're right there. It's right there. They're witnessing it. Like, it's all true. And then there's some realization, which is like, either this whole town is this one gigantic, like, satanic cult. Literally. It's good. Like, I like it. Maybe they're, like, since this investigation has probably been happening even before Rust and Marty, like, I bet there was other officers, detectives or whatever, investigating this whole ordeal. And yeah, it's truly interesting. Truly. I love my family's been here a long time. Like, oh, you're like, oh, fuck. Fuck. I love the, like, little montage scene of, like, Cole and Hart talking about their, just, like, what they've been doing, of going through their day, working. Marty's was depressing. Depressing as fuck. Match.com? Really? At least it wasn't, like, Plenty of Fish or anything like that. God. What my dad used. But, Match.com, man. Nothing worked out. The shot of him eating his TV dinner on his fucking that little stand thing, TV stand, whatever, and him just kind of looking around, peeling off the plastic, just looking around, or not even looking around, just kind of like sitting there and just like you feel bad, like he kind of deserves it. He does, but like can't help but feel bad for him. Like it's utterly depressing. The doomer lifestyle, the true man lifestyle. To a certain extent, there's some peace to it, but at the same time, you look and you're just like, fuck. You get hit with the big realization, like, bro, my life's actually fucking going bad. I'm in my 40s, 50s, like, shit's fucked. Shit's fucked. The Carcosa scene, or the Carcosa, or whatever it's called, with that old lady. Oh my god. She just seemed like this innocent old lady, and then he showed her the photos of that Carcosa, the whatever, and then she was like, oh, he was he who eats time. Like, that was terrifying. Like it was like a switch that turned on her brain. Like that symbol, that thing, is like a spell. Maybe the thing is they give these people drugs, all sorts of drugs, and make them like brainwash them, MK Ultra them, make them believe something insane, and fully believe it's real, and brainwash them. Which we do see. It's a real thing. MK Ultra is definitely a real thing that did exist, and it probably still exists today in definitely other ways. There's a lot of people in our society who is brainwashed. And it's not your standard typical, let's just give them a shit ton of acid and make them retarded. You know what I mean? The meme, like the CIA, that's what they do. They're like, let's see how much acid we can give him and see like how stupid he gets. Like how actually brain dead he is. Which, I mean, it's true. Acid is not a natural compound, so you give somebody way too much of that, their brain is going to be fried and they will believe in anything you tell them. You spare their life and like, alright, this. You just keep telling them. I'm like, yes. It's like this. And then, boom, MK Ultra. I've been in the conspiracy game for a very long time, and this show is definitely, it kind of fuels it for me because I enjoy good conspiracies. And the Pizzagate and that conspiracy, I don't mind it. Like, it's a good story. Like, it would make for a good movie. I just don't see the legitness of it because there would be so many people involved. That's like the Flat Earth one. I think that's stupid. I almost believed it when I was like fucking like 15. I was coming home from a band trip, and it was like a big what the fuck, marching band competition. And I was coming back from it, and I remember watching Flat Earth videos, and it was very convincing. Very. If you just look at that and that alone, and know no other prior knowledge to physics and how the world works, like, it's very believable. And I remember telling people around me, like a friend or even my mom, they were like, dude, don't. And obviously, I came to the realization that the earth is not flat. It would be interesting if the earth, I mean, it really wouldn't be interesting because we have nothing to do with it. That's also one thing, how to debunk it, is just say like, okay, what if the world is flat? What do we do? And it stumps them. They're like, well, we gotta bring awareness to it. It's like, okay, then what happens after we bring awareness to it? What happens? The government will give us all the truth to everything. It's like, bruh. Sure, the government has done a lot of bad shit, and they are horrible people, but you know how many people would be involved in such a scale of a conspiracy, especially the trafficking shit, that it's high politicians, which sure, the Epstein stuff, there was very prominent people in that, and they did deal with that. It's very true. It exists. There's a lot of weird fucking weirdos who are very rich and very powerful, but it's those people. And there's a lot of blackmail involved, and there's a lot of shit like that. And that's what it kind of connects to this, is because there's a lot of blackmail involved as well. You know? Like what happened to Billy Lee Tuttle. Or was it the other one? Whatever one died. Because it was like, oh, we gotta kill him. Those tapes and pictures were missing. It's like, okay, he's gotta go. You know what I mean? Like, and nowadays, hey, maybe some conspiracies are pretty whack, but there's a lot of truth, a hint of truth in a lot of conspiracies, especially with Alex Jones. He's a horrible person. He's a horrible person. He's very entertaining, but he's a horrible person. And but in the things he's talked about, it's all okay. I almost sounded like a fucking far right nut. It's not all true, but there's hints of truth in the shit he talks about. Hints, just like any conspiracy, there's hints. You know what I mean? But you don't really want to get your mind wrapped into it that crazy. You know what I mean? Because it's not good for you. Even if you want to know the truth, it does nothing but good, especially if you can't do anything about it. Like, obviously bring awareness to, like, real shit, American imperialism, you know, capitalism. That's the main thing. I feel like a lot of these ideas and a lot of these conspiracies are just, like, to a certain extent, I think they're psyops to keep us distracted from the true problem, which is people who are greedy and they can, like, consumerism. That's all that matters, is you need to buy. And then so somebody reads a conspiracy about, like, oh, the Rockefellers, whatever. I said, oh my God, they do that. And then the Rockefellers like, yeah, we do that. We are reptilians. We do support Moloch or Satan. But behind the scenes, it's just like, all right, so we own all the banks. You know, BlackRock and Vanguard, they're doing their thing. We're getting our money. We're putting Red 40 and everything. We're putting unneeded shit and everything. It's crazy. Now, it does get a little too far, because when you do start talking about that nonsense, it does delve really, really deep. They do have anti-Semitic roots. They really do. A lot of conspiracies do. Especially when it comes to the cabal, the pedophile ring, that kind of shit. Because there is truth in the trafficking and all that. I've said that numerous times. I'm not saying I don't believe it. Like, there's truth within it. But, you know, because a lot of these things, they've been around for a very long time. I have heard about a lot of these conspiracies when I was like 10 years old. Before they were even big, especially Pizzagate. Because I remember hearing things about, like, oh, the Illuminati. Like, it was the Illuminati first, before it turned into just the cabal. You know what I mean? Maybe the people who made up these conspiracies didn't like the word Illuminati, because everybody was like, oh, the Illuminati confirmed, and it turned into a meme. So they had to make something else. And then when the John Podesta leak happened and all that, and then they took everything. It was like a mystery box Easter egg hunt type shit. So they just were like, all right, so we're going to this pizza means this. Like, it's very weird. It turns very weird. But also, you have that, and then you have shit when it comes to Christians and Jewish people back in, God, 900 years ago or so. You know, I don't want to get too much into it, because it goes far back. A lot of it was considered blood libel. You know, drinking the blood of children. That's what the Christians were blaming. That's what the Jews did. Like, that's it. It goes far. It goes back that far, because that's how you make somebody look bad. Somebody you are against. The best way to make them look bad is by calling them the worst thing that society, like, that's all of society agrees upon that is bad, and that's what these people accuse the Democrats and the elite of, which, like I said, they're bad people. But it's not every single person. It's not, I don't know. There definitely is probably money to be made, though. So that's why it probably is very true, because we saw it with Epstein. And we're seeing it in the show with these family trees and and the revenue that could be brought in, these schools, whatever it may be. Sick fucks. These, in the show, in real life, rich fucks. And we can all agree on this, regardless of how you agree on it. Most rich people, and not all millionaires, like, meh, yeah. But billionaires, nobody should be having $1 billion. And you know those motherfuckers are up to no good if they have $1 billion. They're doing some shady shit. That's the end. But, I know I kind of went off a tangent. I'm sorry. I just kind of wanted to talk about conspiracies, and maybe I need to start a podcast. We already have a podcast name. Me and my cousin. We want to do a podcast. And there's a lot of things I want to talk about in a podcast. I want to talk about TV shows. I want to talk about Marvel, DC, comic books. I want to talk about, life, weather, conspiracies. Like, the interesting one for me right now that I'm seeing a lot, and my TikTok algorithm's so fucked, I always see a bunch of conspiracies. Ugh, it's sometimes annoying. But, this one's been resurfacing, because I remember seeing it back in, 2011, in Yellowstone. I was watching YouTube, I was just chilling out, outside the RV. It was a nice sunny day, and I'm watching YouTube, and recommended Planet X Nibiru is coming. Be ready. The rapture is happening. And it's resurfacing now. A lot of talk about, at least I'm seeing a lot of talk of people seeing two suns, a planet, Planet X, Nibiru. It's bullshit. It is seriously bullshit. I'm tired of seeing, it's like Hollywood. They're coming up with sequels to shit. Planet X and Nibiru is a fucking sequel. It's been around for so long. Give me a new conspiracy. And I have not touched my fucking thing. My monitors went black. But, give me a new conspiracy, for the love of Christ. Please give me a new conspiracy. Something that I have not heard of. Because all the conspiracies nowadays are boring as shit. They're not new. They're not inventive enough. They're lazy. Flat Earth. QAnon shit with Hollywood satanic pedophiles. Like I said, sure, there's some truth into it. But I don't believe in Satan. I just don't. He's not real. He's real in your mind. If you make him, if you yourself are a horrible person, you could, metaphorically consider yourself Satan. But, you know what I mean? But that shit. It's annoying. Like I said, Flat Earth, QAnon, Planet X, Nibiru, the Rapture, the New World Order, which has anti-Semitic roots. Same with the satanic shit. But the real problem, and this is what I was talking about on the podcast, is capitalism, baby. We would bring true leftist theory, revisionist theory, Marxism 101. No, just kidding. I'm stupid as fuck. I could not do theory. I couldn't. I would have to read way more. I could not do that. That would be bad. I'm very ignorant. I'm dumb as fuck. I do like talking, though. I do like talking about shit. And conspiracies are fun. Like the DMT realm. I wouldn't consider it a conspiracy because the DMT realm is very real. In my own pseudo way. I mean, I have never visited, but you have the gateway, which is like shrooms, where you're on the edge of it. And then you take DMT and you're like, oh my god, I'm there. And then you take ayahuasca and you're like, oh my god, I'm what? And then you're fucking, doing group ceremonies in Peru, which I would love to do. Oh my god. Drain me. Literally. That's how you'd be puking, shitting, but then after you'll feel pure bliss, but also it probably is not great. I mean, it's great, but you go through some shit, some traumatic shit. And I really want to do that. Especially within a group. Like a group ceremony type thing. It would be really nice. I know I'm just kind of rambling now. I'm sorry. It doesn't have much to do with True Detective at the moment. But I just wanted to talk because I like talking. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. If you did, please subscribe, hit the notification bell for daily videos every single day. Follow me on Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram. And all the social medias down in the description below. And we'll catch ya. for another video. Goodbye.